Welcome to Let's Talk Investing, a co-production of the Globe and Mail and the Investor Education Fund. I'm Rob Carrick, personal finance columnist at the Globe and Mail, and with me is Moshe Milevsky. Moshe is a finance professor at the Schulich School of Business at York University, and he's the author of the new book, Your Money Milestones. Moshe, let's talk about the housing market, a topic you address in your book. I get the impression from reading the chapter on real estate that you think people are putting too much emphasis on buying houses as investments.
I think that one of the major milestones in people's life is the purchase of a house, but it may not be appropriate for everyone. I like to think of a house as a very, very large fridge or oven or kitchen set where you're going to use it and you want something that's pretty, but you never think of it as an investment. It may appreciate, it may not, but you don't buy it for that reason.
And yet, it's obvious people are considering houses to be investments. We hear about people speculating on real estate. The housing market is going up, 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 and up. People are buying even though prices have risen substantially. Do you think people are misreading the housing market and buying at a time when prices are inflated and even less of an investment than they might ever be?
Well, it worries me that people are spending more of their financial capital on housing and much more of their human capital on housing than ever before.
Now, what do you mean by that?
So when you take a look at what a person is likely to earn over the course of their life, that's their human capital. Realistically speaking, the sum of what you're going to earn over the course of your life is somewhere around $1 million. It makes no sense to me for someone to spend 3/4 of that on a house. I don't care if you can afford it this month or if you satisfy some sort of statistic on the amount that you have to spend on a house in a given month, but over the course of your life, you're spending the vast majority of your earnings on a house. It may be too much.
Moshe, renting is almost a dirty word from a personal finance point of view. What do you think about it?
I think that for people that are young and that are not quite sure where they're going to be living, let alone what industry they're going to be in, that have an enormous amount of wealth invested in their human capital, renting is probably the best option. Unless you're absolutely certain that you're going to be in that place for the next 10 to 15 years of your life and you need it for reasons other than just investment, I would rent.
So it sounds like you're advising the younger people in their 20s, you're just getting established in your career, rent, don't feel bad about it.
Absolutely, yes.
And what stage in life do you move into the housing market?
I would say that it's not just a stage in your life or a biological age, but it's a stage of your personal balance sheet. How stable is your job? How stable is your family life? Is this a place that you plan to spend the rest of your life? Then you talk about spending a fraction of your human capital on that housing purchase. It should never exceed 70 or 80% of your total human capital.
So let's remember that houses are not an investment and we do not need to rush into the market.
A portion of it is investment, the vast majority is consumption.
Thanks, Moshe.